Hey everybody, what's up? Fred McKinnon here with eComCatalyst, and today I want to talk to you about AWD, Amazon Warehousing and Distribution. Talked about it a lot on this channel. If you've been a subscriber to my channel, you've seen numerous videos about AWD. I really championed it and pushed it hard to Amazon sellers, especially in Q4. And guess what? That kind of backfired on many of us. To put it politely, Amazon messed up the bed pretty bad with AWD. So on the one hand, I want to apologize if you took my advice and you really leveraged AWD, because you could be really screwed right now with delayed pickups, canceled pickups, delayed deliveries, stalled inventory, inability to even create shipments, and so forth. If it's any consolation to you, it screwed me up too, all right? I've talked to some people internally at Amazon. They're aware, they're owning it. They're like, yeah, it's a pretty much a dumpster fire. They've acknowledged it. Overall, I still think the concept of it was winsome. I think it was good, and it really saved us a lot of money. But Q4 came and capacity went out the roof, and Amazon simply could not handle the AWD program. They ran out of room. They didn't have the logistics in place to manage pickups, and they weren't getting inventory from AWD into FBA on a timely basis. Just last week, I had 2 separate truckloads full of inventory. We're talking about 26 pallet full truckloads that I booked to go to AWD on November the 8th. I'm recording this video on December the 7th, one full month later, and those 3 shipments, one of them got picked up a week ago. The other 2 were never picked up. It was delayed over and over and over again. It was horrible. And this is inventory that desperately needed to get into the Amazon ecosystem, and it sat stage waiting pickup for a month. Repeatedly, the pickup date would change, or the carrier would be a no-show. They would re-push it to the next week or 3 days out. They would no-show. They would email the morning of and say, we're changing this to the next day. And even when we tried to cancel it, and we completely canceled the workflow, they continued to try to schedule pickups despite the fact that we repeatedly told them, you screwed it up. We're not using you anymore. It's just been crazy, all right? What I want to talk about today is a couple things. Number one, we all have kind of recognized that the idea is great, but Amazon wasn't quite ready for what was going to happen in Q4, and they screwed it up, okay? Will it get better in 2025? I certainly hope so, because it is something I still strongly champion and believe in. And like so many things that Amazon launches, there's going to be some hiccups. So I'm going to cut them a little slack, give them a little grace here. All right. So yeah, I think it will get better. One thing that I was told was that they anticipated having several more distribution centers online, and that didn't happen. So at the time of recording this, they have the West Coast one, which is completely full. The South Central one, which is the new one that they opened down in Dallas, where they had a promo, and that filled up super quick. And then East Coast. Just a few days ago, I created a shipment of 6 pallets from my 3PL in California, because I needed to get the inventory from my 3PL to AWD so that it could go from AWD into FBA without inbound placement fees and without the need for me to do 5 separate LTL shipments. It's just more cost effective that way for me. I created the AWD shipment. I put my California 3PL as the ship from location, fully expecting to ship to the AWD West Coast facility, which is about 30 miles away from my 3PL. Instead, they're forcing me to send it all the way across the country to Maryland, to the East Coast AWD warehouse, because that's the only one with space. So yeah, it's been a pretty big disaster, to tell you the truth. All right. Now, what I want to talk about on this video rubs salt in the wound, because despite the fact that in the video I put out last week celebrating the fact that Amazon said they were not raising their fees in 2025, and Amazon said that they weren't introducing any new fees in 2025, they were just talking about Amazon commissions and FBA fees, because now they're going, oh, but when it comes to AWD, we are going to increase fees. So they're going to get the money one way or another. Just when you thought the Amazon fees were not going to increase in 2025, they're like, gotcha. You know, let's take a look at it real quick. I'm just going to screen share from the actual AWD fee page on Amazon. Now, one thing to keep in mind is this doesn't take effect until April the 1st. So you still have 3 more months in 2025 to have the current rates. Your current rates right now are either 48 cents per cubic foot of storage or 36 cents, okay? Base rate versus integrated rate. The way to get that integrated rate is you're using Amazon Partner Carrier, either AGL to get it from overseas or Amazon Partner Carrier, which again, we chose that a month ago and they just completely dropped the ball and can't even pick up our product. Either way, if you do that once within every 4 months, you qualify for this integrated discounted rate for your products in AWD. 36 cents cubic foot storage, $2.13 a box. Now, when you're adding up your calculations to determine if AWD is right for you, you need to know about your boxes. And if your product's one of these where you don't have a whole lot of units in a box and you got a bunch of boxes on a pallet, then it could add up really, really quick because they're charging you $2.13 per box when you process out a transfer. And then that transportation fee is based on cubic feet, 85 cents as well. I'm just quoting the integrated rates as you can see right here on the screen, okay? Now, April 1st, this is changing. It's all changing, right? They're getting rid of the integrated rate and they're changing something to be the smart storage rate. Basically, you'll qualify for this smart storage rate if you have auto replenishment set on. That's optional. It's usually default, but when you have your products at AWD and you have them on auto replenish, where you automatically allow Amazon to determine when they're going to send more inventory into Amazon, then when that happens, you're going to get what's called this smart storage rate. Now you can see here that the smart storage rate is actually more than the discounted integrated rate. So here's where we're beginning to see fee increases. If you're manually transferring inventory from AWD to FBA, you're paying 48 cents per cubic foot per month in storage. If you have it on auto replenish, you get the smart storage rate at 43 cents per cubic foot, okay? That's just 10% off, whereas before the integrated rate was 25% off the base rate. So, you know, that's a significant increase right there in what we were paying before. Now, here's another one where they get us. Before, whether it was inbound or outbound, when they touched that box, you know, they only charged you once, and they charged you this $2.13 per box as a processing fee. Well, now, after April 1st, they're gonna charge you $1.35 per box when it arrives, and then they're going to charge you $1.35 box when it goes out. So that's yet another substantial price increase for using AWD. And then the transportation fee really doesn't change. It's still $1.15 per cubic foot. That's the base rate and the smart storage rate, but that is a change from what we were paying before of 85 cents. So you're seeing pretty significant increases, an increase from 85 cents per cubic foot to $1.15 per cubic foot for the transportation fee. Now, if you're wondering what is the transportation fee, that is the cost of shipping from AWD into your FBA, okay? So it's not like when you create a shipment, you know, and you have a partner carrier charge for $500 or something like that. They're calculated it by cubic foot. It's still pretty cost effective, but again, you see these fees are changing, you know, pretty substantially, and this goes into effect again on April the 1st. So before April the 1st, we're still riding these original rates that we have now, the integrated rate or the base rate, depending on if you're getting stuff in at least once every 4 months on a partner carrier, either AGL, Amazon Global Logistics, or Amazon Partner Carrier, Amazon Send Global Logistics type network, okay? But all that changes on April 1st and it goes out. Now there's additional fees also for multi-channel distribution fees. I won't go into that on this video. I will link to this help document in the YouTube video so that you can click and go. You'll have to have a Seller Central login to do that. But multi-channel distribution fees, that's a different type of fee. And that is what they charge you when you take your AWD inventory and you send it out to a different channel altogether. Okay. So a lot of people would use AWD as their bulk reserve warehouse. And in doing that, let's say that I want to send a few pallets from AWD to Walmart Fulfillment Service to WFS. That is a multi-channel distribution thing there, and that's a totally different price. You're sending it to Wayfair, to Castlegate, or something like that, or Target's warehouse, or you're actually sending it to your own stocking warehouse so that you can have some of your inventory fulfill orders directly. That's a different one. But yeah, in summary, it's disappointing to see these rate increases when they really just kind of crap the bed. I hope that it gets better. There should be many more AWD warehouse facilities opening and coming online in 2025. That's what I'm being being told, but we'll see if it happens or not. I'm curious to know if you are impacted by AWD. If so, would you leave a comment? Let us know your experience. Let's help one another out. And I like to end every video by thanking you for watching and asking you to subscribe to the channel. It means all the world to us when you subscribe. So hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell notification icon so you can get notified when videos come out. If you need help, that's what we do. That's what we do. We're a full service agency, eComCatalyst.com. You can go there, request a consultation, see how we can help you grow and scale your brands on Amazon profitably so you can enjoy the e-commerce lifestyle and put some money in the bank at the same time. All right. Thanks a lot for watching.